Okay, now, so it's raining and freezing to ice outside. No point in going out and trying to shoot. So I'm going to give you another lesson here in the armory. Now, we're going to just string up this bow. Okay, so I've shown you how to take a broomstick, get your stance, and how to line up in the first two lessons. Now this will be your third lesson, and this lesson will be the put up and the initial draw. The thing that I want to show you is that I hold my bow. The best angle I have found is at 45 degrees. You see, 45 degrees makes a little V shape between your hand and the bow, a perfect little V. If you were going to shoot a V1 rocket at England, you would make a trough like that and you would put the rocket in it. Okay? So a V shape is the best thing for lining up a straight shaft, a rocket or an arrow. Now this is our rocket. So if we make a V, you see how that arrow sits right in there perfectly? You can see that, right? That's why I use 45 degrees. And it's much easier to tell 45 degrees than it is, 15 degrees or 17 degrees or something. Just your eye will line it up, and it is the straightest angle. Also, paradox makes the arrow want to bounce off the side of the bow. But if your bow is bent over this way, the paradox makes it want to more or less flick towards the target. This is better, flick towards the target. Now, generally I call this style of aiming kid stuff, because I do it just like I was a kid. It's as natural as I can be. There are different ways of drawing. We can do the traditional vertical and these kinds of things. We can put the tip on and draw, or sometimes I will push it on and draw. But this is what I really feel is the best for getting your feet and getting it the arrow lined up. We're not aiming a broom handle now. Okay. Put some tension on the bow. You see a little tension on the bow? The arrow will point straight to wherever the pressure line is. So put some tension on it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Now, point it right where it's supposed to go, at the target. Point it right at the target. Put your front foot down, lift your back one up. Now, it's settled. Get your eye lined up. Okay? Now, when I start, I will start to pull, and usually it goes off to the left. Can you see as I pull, the arrow starts going to left? That's because I'm right-handed. I'm pulling this way. Okay, so it pulls it off a bit. But watch what my left hand does. My left hand, within a couple of inches, will correct that. So watch. We start to pull, it pulls off, my left hand goes pop. You see that? Within an inch or two. I've lined it up, I got my feet up there just like a little kid at 45 degrees. I start to pull it off, and bang, it goes back on. Now I just line up my jaw and come straight back. You see that? So that little twist of the wrist in that very first few inches is very important. 45 degrees, look at that target, just naturally place your feet, pull, it's going off, correct it, bang, straight. And it will go straight. That is my favorite way of lining up, okay? I call it the straight draw. It's not a rotational draw. It's not coming around like this. It's really getting lined up. My head and everything's lined up, and boom, it comes back. Now, I'll just do that one more time, just so that you have an idea of how important that little cocking of the wrist is. So, elbow in, eye on, a little tension on the bow, point it right at the target, move your feet into place, start to pull, it will start to go crooked because of the tension. Correct it with your left and come straight back. That's it. That is it. Now, the next lesson I'll try to show you how important the release is. In the meantime, also, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is John Riggs, R-I-G-G-S. And John makes some really nice traditional North American Indian bows, like paddle bows and stuff. He sells them on eBay and stuff. But if you don't know about John and you're interested in an Indian style of bow, check out John Riggs on YouTube and get hold of him. And he'll do a nice bow for you. Anyhow, you guys go have fun, and when the rain and the ice stops, we'll be back out in the field again having a good time. Anyhow, take care and have fun, guys. Bye now.